people playing, and then South Korean Dota will be strong. I hope that happens.
What would you say are your strongest aspects for your team? What are you strongest at?
We're strongest at having kind of no fear. Like our team usually plays better at the tournament settings than the scrims. There will be teams that will never win against in scrims, but will actually beat them in tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think that's was the strongest aspect of our team.
What's it like when you know that you have an extra step ahead of you? A lot of the teams are here and they're getting settled in and they're setting their sights on the main stage already, but obviously you have one more playoff between you and the main stage. Do you think that will actually help and give you more momentum for the rest of the tournament if you win, or is that going to be a challenge because you'll be tired?
I don't think it will be a challenge or anything. If I'm good enough to make it top 8, then wild card, I should be going through it with no problem. That's how I feel. So I don't think it's an extra step. It's just that, well, it is an extra step, but like I believe I can just go through it smoothly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm retiring after the CI. Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
And what brought up that decision?
I'm just 28.
Nobody says you have to retire at 28. You just feel like you're done?
No, I actually have to go to the military service.
Really?
Korea, yeah.
And how long is that typically?
2 years.
2 years.
Usually people in Korea go at around age of 23, 24, but
right.
I had to do finish my university and then I came back here. I could have went to army, but I just decided to do Dota.
Wow.
And then 28 is the longest you can do. So after this year, I'm done.
Does that kind of bum you out? Are you kind of sad about missing out a little bit? Or are you ready to move on from it?
Well, if I do well in TI, I think I'll be ready to move on. But if I don't do well, I'll be like, oh, I could have done better. But yeah, I think I'm going to do well in this TI, and then I'll have no regret left over it.
I like that. That's good. That's a good mentality. So how do you feel about your chances this year, where you are right now versus where you were at this time last year? Because you're facing a very similar situation. Why do you feel so much more confident this time around? Because
I guess we have done it last year once, and then even last year, I think we could have made it through, but there was a lot of mentality thing, and then a lot of being inexperienced or not knowing so much about Dota meta in general. But now this year, I think we're much more prepared, and then we understand well. Yeah. I think that's why I'm much more confident this year.
Anything that you want to say to South Korean fans who might be watching the stream?
Thanks for staying up late and watching our game, because it will be like 3 in the morning.
Yeah. True fans.
Yeah, true fans.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm not sure there's a more appropriate name for a team at the International this year. MVP Phoenix literally having risen from the ashes of the wildcards all the way through the group stages and the lower brackets. Now find themselves in the bottom brackets and in the top 8. They go head to head with Vici Gaming.
就是虽然 VG 组队的时候我还不在嘛，但是我是听说，当时 VG 是三顾茅庐，然后才请到 FY 出来。当时也是战争期，就让我非要来威胁。哎，我也不知道当时他是怎么想，因为我Dota 2一盘都没玩过，所以说可能是种缘分吧。他第一次出国就拿到了 ESL 的世界冠军，然后第一次去打 TI 就已经是拿到了亚军，这可能是很多职业选手就打了好多年都没有能够达到的高度。我觉得说他是去年的最佳新人毫不为过，但是我觉得这也是整个团队一起付出的结果。这支 VG 现在最强的，首先就是求胜心吧，我觉得这一点，我觉得比任何其他队都要强烈。 就 Dota 虽然是个5个人的游戏，但是就是说2个酱油之间，就是说可能平时的联系是更紧密一点。然后芬尼尔和 FY， 首先个人能力都非常强，可以说这2个人是相辅相成的。没有芬尼尔 ，FY 也不是那个 FY， 没有 FY 芬尼尔没有现在的打得那么好。
我觉得我芬尼尔应该是最默契的一个辅助了，都是有失误也不会去提。然后我打得不好的时候，他会鼓励我；然后他打得不好的时候，我会鼓励他。
这几年 FY 成长了很多，然后又过了1年，他从队员现在变成了队长，然后我们也一起拿了不少冠军。我非常感谢他在这1年就陪伴我们一起成长。
游戏当中，我觉得成长的最多的还是很多时候他能给大家一个依靠吧。
而 FY 对 VG 来说，就像是马尔蒂尼对 AC 米兰，或者说托蒂对罗马那样，他就是 VG 的象征，现在 VG 的招牌。
VG Gaming then, lining up with the superstars that they are, trying to get back to the final again, and hopefully going one step further. They have their chances in the lower bracket. Please welcome to the arena VG Gaming and MVP Phoenix. Plenty still to discuss on the panel as these two teams will introduce themselves. They're familiar, they know each other. It's China versus Korea in our opening game of the lower bracket, round 3. Winners continue on and will play E-Home and will also guarantee themselves a top 6 spot, meaning more than $1.2 million in prize money.
That's crazy.
I have to keep saying it just to remind myself of just how crazy it is. I think we've become sort of used to this amazing prize pool that obviously, you know, partly came from Valve and more came from the community, and it is an incredible amount of money. So just to keep it into context, really, that, you know, every round they move on, it's just a considerable amount of money. Should MVP Phoenix not win, they still take home more than $800,000. I'm not sure if that qualifies in March's words as a good tournament or not,
well,
or whether he'll be satisfied.
Didn't March say that he had to give half to his parents?
Well, I think he made some joke that he was going to buy his mum or dad a car, and then realised afterwards that was a bit silly. But I don't think it is that silly, because actually now he's won so much money, he could buy about 10 cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you go to eBay, you can get a car for like $500, right?
Oh, we shop in the same places. Oh, that's great. Getting back to these two teams, we mentioned before, and it was in the video as well, FY is not FY without Fenrir, and they are just the epitome of what a great support duo should be.
I think they are, for VG Gaming, the glue that makes sure that Hao works with Super. I mean, Hao has been on a team with Mu for a very long time, and then he switched last year, and, you know, he was with Mu, he had a great synergy going on there, maybe with Super a bit less, but because FY and Fenrir are there, he basically makes sure that both of those, or they make sure that both of those players can make the plays that they want to, and then you've got Ice in there, creating some chaos and making sure that those supports can also do their job without getting harassed too much. I mean, those two supports, for me, I mean, they're the best support duo.
Yeah. Winter, agree?
Yeah. Just like us glued together.
So the FY and Fenrir of the panel now. I like that. That's good.
Merlini and Merlini Rear.
It's Team now.
Who's FY? I'm FY. He's Merlini Rear. I was just checking.
But what if he wants to be FY?
He doesn't have a say.
I don't get a choice.
Wow. Maybe that's what it's like with FY. Fenrir is like, well, maybe I can do something. No, sorry, buddy. You're back there.
You buy the wards.
Go get the wards.
I mean, we kind of can't forget about the Singaporean battle going on here. Nuts versus Ice.
I'm glad you brought that up as well. Yeah, that's going to be a bit fun, isn't it?
They're both teammates for, I think, a couple of years back in Dota 1, so they know each other very well, and it's going to be a great rivalry here. You know.
Yeah, it's absolutely great that you brought that, because, you know, it's China versus Korea, but it's also Singapore versus Singapore on both sides. So very interesting dynamics in the whole game. MVP Phoenix, I mean, In terms of their chances and their, their attitude, it's fine. It's that fear nothing kind of attitude. But is that enough to get them through against a great team such as VG?
I mean, during the lower brackets, we kind of felt during the discussions that Spirit Breaker and Witch Doctor could be like a few heroes that MVP have been prioritizing a lot. People are talking about how QO plays and stuff, but I feel March and Nuts on these two heroes in particular have been doing so much work. They're very selfless. They help the team win. They don't mind tanking a lot of spells and dying a lot. So these two heroes have to be the hero to be watching out.
Yeah, we've put some of the most popular heroes up behind us with some of their pick rates and win rates as well. Is there anything that stands out in that, Shiva? I mean, 56% win on Gyro, maybe?
Yeah, that is, I mean, it's still very high. I think, this is including the group stages.
Yeah.
And I think since the group stages, it's already grown so much in terms of the meta and the heroes that we see that, for example, Gyrocopter, he doesn't get through most of the time. Yeah. And if you think that is 56% overall, including the group stages, right now it's 80% for the main event. So it's just keep getting higher and higher. Only Queen of Pain is slightly on the downfall there.
Yeah, I should point out that Techies has 100% win rate in the main event.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there, just throwing it out there.
I do not think we're going to see Techies this series.
No, I don't think
I'm
so.
hoping for the next series after that, maybe. For
really?
As a secret, who
knows? Yeah, well, it could be Secret. Secret and EG have both played them, of course, so we could see them. In terms of the way that this has fallen on VG Gaming, they've got to do this from a long way back. They've fallen into the lower bracket in the very first round. That's such a long road to go all the way to the final. Is there still a chance they can do it? Does it get easier in a way because they played so many games?
I'm watching the bracket and I'm like, if there's actually a team we might have forgotten about a bit, it's VG Gaming, because we talk, amongst the favorite, because we talk a lot about LGD, now CDEC, then obviously Secret, EG. VG Gaming a few months ago, they were like one of the best teams in the world.
Top 3.
And here, I'm watching it, they beat Na'Vi 1-0 quite convincingly. They 2-0 Cloud9 very convincingly as well. They look good. They're 3-0 right now, and they're gonna. The thing is, MVP did the same on the other side.
Yes.
But VG Gaming is one of those teams. Looked like they're doing better, and they figured out what they had to do as a team. And I have to say that 2 days ago, or was it? They looked very convincing. Like their performance versus Cloud9 was very, very convincing.
I don't know. In the last 4 months, I would say that VG's gaming, they kind of stagnated in terms of their strategy, in terms of how they are relative to the other teams. It's a little scary to think that I think they were favorites going into the finals of DAC, and now they were in the lower bracket in the first round of the international. So I had way higher hopes, but just from all the results that we've seen from what we've seen them play, like Cloud9 the first game, they were down in the hole really, really deep. And the second game, Cloud9 kind of gave them a freebie, let's be honest. So they did win 3 games out of 3, but at the same time, I'm still very, very worried for them. I had them in my top 3 going into the international after seeing them not as good of a chance.
But I just saw signs of the great VG Gaming. When you have FY he steps up his game like this and he plays an amazing performance. He did that at TI4 all the time, again and again. And to me, the man we haven't seen so far really was How, because I've always looked at How as one of the best carries in the world, and he's ultra aggressive. He makes the difference when you don't expect him to necessarily do it, and we haven't seen him so far. I don't feel like he had as great as a performance as he did last year, for example.
That's the thing. On our top 10 list for MVPs, it was mostly core players, except for the supports. But when your support players are the ones that are doing the heavy lifting, does that mean your cores are underperforming and not really delivering? We've seen Ice, just bully around 3 heroes with this Timbersaw, but we really haven't seen that much this tournament. We've seen his Broodmother just straight up win games for them. How Gyrocopter used to be one of the most feared heroes in the scene, and we haven't seen any of their cores take control